This a billionaire house tier list. Let's see how oh my god, it's so loud. How poor are we?
$1 billion mega mansion to a $50,000 tiny home. This is the billionaire house tier list. Vladimir Putin has
Wait, let me see the pictures. So many old guys.
tier list. Vladimir Putin has a net worth of $200 billion and he's got a palace with an underground bunker. S tier. Mark Zuckerberg bought 1,000 football fields of land in Hawaii so he could build a massive compound with a self-sustainable underground bunker over a dozen houses.
Dude, I feel like all these billionaires are already living Fallout, bunker and vault stuff. Like they already have a whole new world below Earth, below the surface of Earth. You know, they are ready for those nuclear bombs for World War III.
Houses including 2 mansions and a web of disc-shaped tree houses connected by rope bridges. Solid B tier. In 1984, Steve...
But it's fine. It's completely alright, because who wants to even hang out with them? They're boring as F. I would rather die.
Jobs bought a California mansion called the Jackling House. It was designed in 1925 by famous architect George Washington Smith for famous rich guy Daniel Jackling. Steve Jobs wanted to burn it down. California said no, because of its historical significance. Steve Jobs really wanted to burn it down. He went on record calling the house a dump. He said Jackling had no taste and that George Washington Smith was a nobody. He then abandoned the house and let it rot for 10 years. The house became such a mess that he was finally given permission to destroy it.
Oh my god, I didn't know about this story. Tell me there is a YouTuber out there who made like a horror video where he visited the mansion and talked about ghosts and whatnot.
Months later, he died, making the brutal destruction of this innocent house one of Steve Jobs' final victories. I don't get why he hated on this house so much. I'd say it's a strong C tier. World famous pharmaceutical salesman El Chapo had a peak net worth of $12 billion.
Arriba.
He was said to have houses at every single beach and a ranch in every single state. He also had the government looking for him at every single state. So rather than living
It's like Escobar all over again.
in his luxurious mansions, he was
What do you mean luxury? It looks... Okay, this looks
looking
abandoned,
for
that's
him
why.
at every single state. So rather than living in his luxurious mansions, he was
Abandoned.
forced to stay in discreet
Except the
safe
tree.
houses to avoid the law. These unassuming
This is so sad. You're a billionaire and you have mansions and this is where you have to live to avoid the law. You're not even a free man. So like, what's with all the money? It makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. Do you think they're gonna forget about you? Nah, the moment you're out, you're out. You're out, you're in. Prison, you know?
homes had hidden escape routes connecting Chapo to a network of underground tunnels that allowed him to escape capture and keep his drug empire running. This man was a Harriet Tubman of crack. Solid F tier. Donald Trump's official residence is a 17-acre Florida resort called Mar-a-Lago. After buying it in 1985, Donald made a few changes. In his yard, he put an 80-foot tall American flag.
Oh no!
In his bathroom, he added a few classified documents from the White House. But the biggest change he made was turning the property into an exclusive club. For a $200,000 entry fee, you could become a Mar-a-Lago member and hang out
200,000 so I can stand between these people and pretend I care about the things they are saying. 200,000 entry? You crazy?
with rich people, like Jeffrey Epstein. He was a member of Trump's club until 2007
Yeah, exactly. No,
when he
thank
got
you.
kicked out for hitting on a teenager. Classic Jeffrey. The club's been printing over $20 million a year, making
love this
Mar-a-Lago one of
video.
Trump's most lucrative investments. It's a somewhat controversial house, but it is a nice place. Being the Queen of England has a
He
lot
gave it an A. He gave it an A. 200,000. Brother, 200,000.
of perks. You got the coolest jewelry collection of all time. You get to drive
Okay, like we can't really judge a queen. Like she's inheriting all of this shit. And she's just there while she's alive. I mean, makes sense. You're in your house while you are alive, and once you're dead, fuck it, who cares, you know? But still, she can't even use everything in that house. It's not her property. She cannot take a picture from the wall and destroy it if she wants to. It needs to stand there. It needs to. So she's more of a symbol. Like you really can't. Nah, I.
a Bentley limo
These
without
are not
needing
really
a
the
license.
same
You get to
thing.
pay taxes when you feel like it. But the coolest part of being the queen is living in the $5 billion Buckingham
I mean, why would she offer to pay taxes when you pay taxes so she can live the way she's living? It's like she's giving back, like what, a reverse Uno card. Like I don't get it.
Palace. This
Sorry, rest in peace,
775 room
Queen.
behemoth has everything you need to be the ultimate rich person. You got a throne room, a multi-billion-dollar art gallery, London's biggest private garden, and an ATM in
That's photoshopped, man. Come on. Why would he put this? You can clearly see it's Photoshop. There is no way there is just an ATM there in the middle of the room. Like, she's like sitting, sipping on tea, you know, with her friend. She's like, just let me check how much balance I have in the ATM. She gets up and she does this.
your basement, so you can take out a brick and flex on your 800 staff members. This place is so big, it has its own zip code. I think I'm too poor to even be looking at this house. Larry Page, the co-founder of Google,
Doesn't count.
5 private islands. What is Larry Page?
Oh my God, let's see these private islands.
The co-founder
Let's find something negative about them so we don't like this.
of Google has
So we feel
5
better. Let's feel better. Oh my God. Why do you need 5? Wasn't 1 enough? 5. This Tabarwa is cool. Feels like you can walk a lot on in the water. Eustatia is cool, and the rest look like jungle.
private islands. What is Larry Page doing on his 5 private islands? Nearby
Waiting for a tsunami.
locals haven't noticed anything unusual except for a few helicopters. But in a 2013 conference, we may have gotten a glimpse into the answer.
So there's many exciting and important things you could do that you just can't do because they're illegal. But maybe we should set aside a small part of the world where we
No way he said that. There is no way he just went out and said that. How can you be so dumb but so rich?
can try out some new things and figure out what is the effect on society. What's the effect
Oh, fuck that, man. I would not be in any of those islands. I don't know what he's doing in these islands, but illegal stuff, definitely. Definitely scientifical stuff on people, experiments, you know. Oh my God.
on people?
So in case you can't read between the lines, Larry Page is using his islands to perform human experiments on children. S tier. In a 2010 letter to shareholders, stock market
He
genius
gave him S
Warren
tier.
Buffett said that his third best investment was his house. In 1958, he bought a $30,000 home in a quiet neighborhood of Omaha, Nebraska. The property is now worth over 40 times what he bought it for, which might seem like an
Cool,
amazing
though.
financial
Yeah, it's a
return.
cute
However,
house.
if he had instead invested that 30K into the stock market, he would have made $3 million. The reason Buffett considers his house such a good
Who says he didn't invest? I mean, smart people don't spend all their money in one sphere of life. You know, they don't invest into one thing.
investment is not because of numbers, but because of the memories it brought him and his family.
Oh.
Muke-
Mean F, he's so mean. He gives this the guy who experiments on children on an island S tier, and he gives the guy who wants memories with his mother for 52 years an F tier.
Mukesh Ambani, the richest man in India, dropped $2 billion on a 27-story mega mansion in the middle of the hood. Creative visionary
It's like spitting on every poor person walking. What the hell? Why would you do that?
Kanye West said this in a 2018 interview.
I'm gonna be one of the biggest real estate developers of all time. I'm tired of the McMansions, all the Spanish roof homes and stuff like that. Like, that shit whack, bro. Like, everybody house whack. It's trash.
And then you see his house when he was married to Kim Kardashian, and they made like this house tour. That looked like a museum with zero soul, like echo. Like you just say hi and like hi, 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 hi. You know, like what? That
Kanye
not
bought this house in
homey.
2023. It was originally a church in Los Angeles that he planned to use for his Donda Academy school, but it's since been left to rot. In 2019, Kanye started building massive dome-shaped structures inspired by Star Wars that he believed would revolutionize affordable housing. He was seconds away from solving the homelessness crisis when California shut him down because they already have tents for that. Recently, Kanye bought a $57 million Malibu home, paid someone 20 grand a week to destroy it, then listed it back up for sale for $4 million less than what he bought it for. And on
That shit's whack.
top of that, the guy that he paid to destroy it, turns out he never paid him. So now he's also getting sued. After taking L after L after L, Kanye officially announced that he would be building a 100,000-acre city in the Middle East. Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, bought a $191
He
million
literally has like these visions. He's a visionary, okay? He has like these visions and he always starts something but never finishes. Even with his like designs, with his like recent music, with he always has this vision. He does something but literally never finishes. Enjoy more. Thank you so much. 73 months. Are you at the Smash Bros tournament in the cinema? How was it? Oh, you're back, right? It's finished. It's until 10. Dude, did you win? Congratulations, by the
mansion
way.
on the tallest hill on Hong Kong Island. It offers a beautiful view of the world's most unaffordable city. However, Mr. Ma might not be able to appreciate this
Alibaba.
view any longer because in late 2020 at an
Was
economic
good?
conference, he made the
Nice. I'm
grave
glad you
mistake
enjoyed
of criticizing the Chinese government.
Oh, shit. You never do that. Goes missing after controversials. Oh, you never go. No.
Jack Ma isn't dead, by the way. He ended up reappearing in China a few months later. Hopefully, Supreme Leader Xi Jinping let
Photoshop, guys. That's a Photoshop picture. Let's see this. AI is so good today.
Chinese
Honestly, I think it's photoshopped.
Jack Ma isn't dead, by the way. He ended up reappearing.
Easy. Look at the background. It's so foggy, but it's sunny where they are. Huh? Why there is no blue sky there? Huh?
In China a few months later. Hopefully, Supreme Leader Xi Jinping let him keep his cool house. Michael Jordan's mansion could be yours for $14,855,000. It's
Yeah,
actually
sure.
been on sale for over a decade.
I'm missing like 14. Wait, how much?
Could be yours.
I'm missing 14,855,000.
For $14,855,000. It's actually been on sale for over a decade. The main reason no one's buying it is because it's in Illinois.
Oh, that's where that horror movie is. You know, when they go to the corn place, like the corn farm, and they die. Yeah.
That a lot of the home's features are too unique to Jordan.
Never
Not many
go
buyers
inside.
would want front
You will
gates
never
with
go
someone else's
outside.
jersey number, a theater with someone else's logo, and a basketball court with the names of someone else's kids. Marking your territory is effective for keeping people from eating your pizza and also keeping people from buying your house. Now, to the
Yeah,
average
you
broke
don't
person
do
like myself,
that.
having a $15 million house that's not selling might seem like an absolute disaster, but for Michael Jordan, he's probably not that worried. Solid.
How much of that is from his football career and how much of that is from his merch?
D tier. Jeff Bezos launched Amazon.com from the garage of a house he was renting for $890 a month.
I effing hate this. See, like it's such a humble beginning. Very possible. I hate like, why did I not do this?
He's now the 25th largest landowner in the United States. Jeff has properties all across the country. His main home was a $10 million mansion in Washington until 2023 when he moved to Florida.
Did I say baseball? Did I say football? I meant basketball. Of course it's basketball. He is holding the ball while flying in the air. I don't know what I said, but moving on. I need more coffee.
So he could be closer to his family and further from the IRS. He lives on a man-made island off the coast.
Guys, don't hate on me. I'm a woman and we are dealing with a video about money. I just see numbers here.
Close to Miami, where he bought a $68 million mansion. 2 months later, he spent $79 million on the
I
one
don't know
next door.
sports. I don't know.
It's a pretty chill place, I'd say B tier. But he's also evading taxes, so that bumps him up to A tier. Saudi Crown Prince
Just kidding.
Mohammed bin Salman dropped 300 mil on a French chateau. It has a nightclub, a moat with an underwater.
And it was such a nice French chateau, you know, romantic and sweet and vintage and cool. And then he just turned it into another Dubai location.
Aquarium and modern technology that can all be controlled with an iPhone. The building might seem like a historic landmark, but it was actually built in 2009 by Saudi businessman Ahmad Khashoggi. The wealthy developer probably won't be doing business with the Crown Prince anytime soon, because in 2018, according to the CIA, the Crown Prince assassinated his cousin. If Ahmad and the Crown Prince ever link up again, that might be an awkward conversation. It's a pretty cool house though. Billionaires Row is a New York City neighborhood with the tallest and most expensive.
Jackpockets is the creator of this video. his humor is everything. Like, this is the humor that I love, brother. This is it.
Of buildings in the world. The people that buy these apartments aren't buying apartments. They're investing in furnished capitalism.
The majority of people who actually
Even though like today investing is not actually investing. Like, it's so expensive to buy property today. It was investment 50 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe even 12 years ago. Not today.
living here aren't actually living here. They're using these apartments for places to store value.
It's a brand. It's like a Birkin bag. Where do you live? 157. Where do you live? 111. Where do you live? 220.
In 2019, billionaire investor Ken
420?
Griffin bought 4 floors of 220 Central Park South for $238 million, making it the most expensive real estate purchase in the United States. 220 holds the most desirable
An apartment. Okay, with this view. Okay, now I get it.
view in the city, being the only
Until they build a building in front of it that is taller than it.
Billionaires Row tower located directly on Central
Literally, they have space for another building next to it that is bigger.
Park. I mess with Ken Griffin, but I think $240 million for a concrete brick is a little bit too much. Bill Gates has 150
I mean, like, yeah, that view is awesome, but it's not worth that much money. Like, you can literally it's the same view all the time because it's from far away. You don't even you can barely even see the people walking. So it looks like a still picture with the sky moving, you know? So you can literally recreate it with some type of wallpaper and some technology with lights and darkness or whatever, you know? I don't know, like, I guess you can do that for like $500,000 and make it look legit good.
$1 million
With
complex
screens, yeah, with screens. And then you can have different views. You can be in Paris one day, you can do, you know?
in Washington. It has an
Really
epic
not worth
library
it.
with a manuscript written by Leonardo da Vinci. That's the only interior footage of this house on the internet. So some of the following visuals will be made with AI.
AI is a brilliant tool.
Bill Gates has a 60-foot indoor swimming
Hey,
pool.
we are not gonna hate on AI. I watched the latest video from Asmongold about AI, OpenAI. ChatGPT just came up with the newest update. It's ChatGPT OpenAI, and it is currently free for everyone. It is crazy what it can do. Insane.
Inside of it is an underwater sound system, but that's nothing compared to his personal Lake Washington beach that is sand imported from the Caribbean. He also has a trampoline room, walls covered in screens, and his favorite tree that he monitors electronically 24 hours a day. There's some cool tech in this house. I'd say a solid B tier. In 2002, Larry Ellison, the
Yeah, he's
co-founder
awesome.
of Oracle, got a letter from his accountant. It listed a few of his expenses, like his $25 million villa in Japan, $194 million yacht, and $200 million Japanese temple in California. Larry's net worth at the time was $23 billion.
But he has the worst camera ever to record that.
But his accountant was still concerned. I'm worried, Larry. It's imperative that we start to budget and plan. New purchases should be kept.
Oracle CEO and billionaire Larry Ellison has just made a rather large investment or purchase. He's just bought the island of Lanai.
S tier. Kim Kardashian bought a
Why do they always buy an island? When they buy an island, all islands belong to some country, right? There are no free islands floating in the water that don't belong to a country. Am I right or am I wrong? So when you buy an island, you still pay taxes to a country, right? Or are you like you can make your own government there and be your own king and queen? I don't know. Wrong. Islands don't float. I mean, nothing floats actually. Everything is connected with the bottom of the earth. But still, I don't understand buying islands.
$20 million
Do they owe anything to another country, or are they really like owners of a property that they don't have to account for anything?
home in 2014 with her then husband Kanye West. They spent
Oh
3
my
years
God, this is literally what I just mentioned to you earlier, guy. It's just what I mentioned to you about the Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, the only house that it took them so many years to finish, and then once it finished and we saw the whole outcome, this is not a house, okay? This is an exhibition. This is a museum.
transforming it into what they described as a minimal monastery and what others
Look, man, like this is the shittiest thing ever.
S tier. Kim Kardashian bought a $20 million home in 2014 with her then husband Kanye West. They spent 3 years transforming it into what they described as a minimal monastery and what others described as an expensive psych ward. This house is a really cool art project.
It's art project, yeah.
Now, you're in the middle of this strange time where you're selling your houses. You say you don't want any material possessions, and
I'm slightly sad about it, actually.
Well, if you're sad about it, why are you doing it?
On May 1st of 2020, Elon Musk announced that he would be selling almost all physical possessions, including his homes. And he stayed true to his word, selling off each of his California mansions one by one. He then acquired a $50,000 tiny home.
I think possessions kind of weigh you down.
Respect.
Then they're kind of an attack vector. People say, hey, billionaire, you got all this stuff. Like, well, now I don't have stuff. Now what are you going to do?
Elon's $50,000 tiny home is actually his guest house. His main home is a South Texas rental property. It's technically only worth 45 grand, but he also spent 200,000 building an 8-foot fence around it and covering it with security cameras. Elon says he got rid of his stuff when he sold off his $100 million real estate portfolio, but considering that only accounts for 0.05% of his wealth, he still has a lot of stuff after all.
Oh, bro, that's all only on the surface. That's only what we know. You saw that 45K house and that guest house? Below it, below Earth, is the mansion, okay? It's Elon Musk. He's building on Mars and he's building inside Earth. Yeah. You're crazy if you think otherwise. He just wants to portray that he's like simple man, you know. His whole life is about just improving the world for others, and just creating, you know, and nothing else. But like, brother, we know your secrets. All of you billionaire, every single one of you here that I'm looking at, except Queen Elizabeth, rest in peace, yeah. She has no secrets anymore. I mean, they're with her in the grave, but yeah. Okay, moving on. Thank you for watching. That was an amazing video.